Hi everyone. Today I have received some more questions which are being asked of students going for oral examination. So I thought I will share it with you. This is part 3 of the latest exam questions being asked of candidates. And I get these questions from students in India, Australia, Singapore, and UK. So I have compiled these questions together so you can make a note of these questions. I have made videos on some of them already, and some I have probably not made videos on it, but I can discuss it with you. We'll see how we go. All right, so let's get started with the questions. The first question was regarding rule number 6, that is safe speed. Alright, so you have to watch my video on rule number 6, that is safe speed. And the key message here is, remember that safe speed is not determined by a particular number. It is different for different ships and different scenarios. Master takes a call on it, of course, but watch my video and I will discuss that in detail. Then some questions have been asked on basic tide calculation and how to incorporate this information regarding tide in your passage plan. How do you make use of it during passage and in port? Then the third question has been asked about the time you will take X meridian. The X meridian site is taken once the meridian passage time has passed. That is when you take the X meridian site. You also get the observed latitude using the X meridian. I have made a number of videos on X meridian using the sun, star, planets, and moon. Please watch those videos. It's there on my playlist of celestial navigation. Then some basic questions about passage planning has been asked as to what publications you will be consulting before you begin to plan your passage. What are the basics of passage planning? So you have to probably talk about those 4 stages of planning: appraisal, execution, monitoring, and talk about what you would do in each stage. The next question is, how will you plot a mark on chart for a object on radar? So basically you have to talk about the position circle concept. So how do you use the position circle? So you need 2 or more position circles to mark your position on the chart, even if you are using radar for range and bearing. So probably they want you to talk about the using the range circles as you obtain from the radar. The angle of separation of the 2 objects, they should not be very close together. If possible, they should be widely separated from each other. Maybe an angle of more than 45 degrees is ideal, but not very close together. Talk about 2 or more position circles, what you would do if you get a cocked hat, so on and so forth. Alright. Then you have to talk about the action you would take if your ship is dragging anchor. Then I have made videos on dragging anchor as well. Please watch those videos. I don't want to repeat what is already discussed in the videos, so it's already there. Alright, and then a little bit about the rational horizon diagram, and you have been asked to highlight what is the azimuth in the rational horizon diagram. Also calculation of azimuth using the ABC method. So all this has been discussed in my videos. If you go into my videos for compass error calculation or intercept calculation, you will see I have explained the method of calculating the azimuth, the true bearing, using the ABC method and the formulas that are used regarding that. Alright, vessel is aground. What actions would you take is the next question. So talk about the management of an emergency when vessel is aground, checking soundings, time to check the refloating of the vessel, then checking for damage. How would you go about checking for damage? What messages will you be sending? So on and so forth. So it's all there in the ISM checklist. If you have access to the ISM checklist, that's great. Otherwise you have to talk about managing the emergency. Then lateral cardinal marks has been asked about the lateral cardinal marks. So this you can find in any rule of the road books or the voyage books. So in voyage or in boys, you can see the cardinal marks are explained. You can talk about that. What are the uses of cardinal marks? How is it used to mark the dangers or safe areas rather for navigation? Then IMSAR search patterns has been asked. So International Aeronautical and Maritime Search and Rescue search patterns, IMSAR search patterns have been asked. So there are different search patterns. I have made videos on that as well. You have the expanding search, the sector search, the contour search, so on and so forth. right? So have a look at those videos, and the answers are there already. Then a few ROR cards have been asked, and I have made more than 28 videos on ROR cards, so you should be practicing all those 28 videos before you go for oral examination. Alright, then questions regarding special mark on boys was asked. So it's that yellow color cross special mark that is being asked of students. Then Annex 6 regarding SOx and NOx emissions of MARPOL. Annex 6 of MARPOL was asked, and specifically regarding SOx and NOx emissions, so sulfur oxide and nitrous oxide emissions. So talk about special areas as well. So read up on SOx and NOx as well. Then the spare equipment regarding firefighting appliance that need to be carried. Questions regarding lifeboat maintenance was asked. Then was asked who all should know emergency fire pump starting procedures on board ship. The answer is, of course, everyone should be knowing. A few IMO conventions were asked. For example, Maritime Labour Convention was asked, and then STCW, and a few questions regarding MARPOL was asked as well. And the candidate says that make sure that you do your ROR cards and your ILA system. So what is your ILA? That is your Boyd system. Make sure you do your Boyd system and rule of the roads cards properly, and that would be good enough for you to be able to answer questions related to the rules of the road. So of course these candidates who sent me these questions were not asked specific rule of the road situations, but of course if you mess up your ROR cards, you may be asked questions regarding the rules of the road, so make sure you study up on that as well. Alright, that's pretty much it. I will pass on more questions as I get them from my students, and I will pass them on to you. We'll also discuss some of the questions and answers as well, quick answers if I can give them. Otherwise I'll direct you to the videos where the answers are mentioned, and you can go and watch those answers. Alright, sometimes some students pass on questions which are incorrect. They come to me as well, but I don't discuss it with you because to me those questions don't make sense. So I think it's a problem with marketing or other not marketing but wording their questions. Maybe they have not been able to understand the question, and then they pass on the wrong questions to the peers and friends. So I don't discuss those questions here on the video with you because it will confuse you and misguide you. So if you get any questions which sound weird or which seem weird to you, please do not think too much about it. Don't encourage those questions. Don't get stressed about it. Sometimes it's just incorrectly worded or framed by your friends and peers. Alright, so I'll come up soon with part 4 of the latest oral question as well. I expect to get some questions today, and I will share it with you immediately by making a video on it. Please let me know if you want me to make videos on any other topics, and I look forward to getting some feedback from you. Thank you for watching the videos, guys, and all the best with your studies. I'm sure you will do very well.